Hello, welcome back to Salty Sunshine. Happy 4th of July. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. When are we going to outlaw fireworks? I need these fireworks outlawed. Just personal use. Let's keep the professional displays, but drunk people doing fireworks in the middle of the street, terrifying all the animals. I don't know why this is still legal. There's so many states that they're illegal, and I don't know why Florida still has it. It's a nightmare. You see idiots doing them out of their cars, doing them in apartment balconies. It's just dangerous. And these poor animals, like I hate it. But it was 250th birthday of America, and downtown Miami had at Bayside they had a digital fireworks show, which was kind of fun. So that was cool. It didn't rain, which I thought it would. So I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. There's so many gator attacks. If you're going out in any lake, the ocean is full of alligators and crocodiles, and it's so scary. You don't think of the ocean and you think of alligators and crocodiles, but they're there, and they're for some reason showing up more and more in the oceans. There was a resort in Playa del Carmen in Mexico. At night, this man was heard yelling at the top of his lungs, and this alligator grabbed him in the shallow water and pulled him into the sea and killed him. It's just like new fear unlocked. I do not want to go into the ocean anymore. It's just not worth it. I'm fine with the pool. I don't need to go in the ocean. I mean, when you go out on the boat and you go to like a sandbar type thing and you're floating and there's a bunch of people around you, I feel a little safer because I feel that sharks and alligators kind of avoid if there's too many people around. But in general, yeah, you can have it. I don't need to be in the ocean. There's just too many attacks going on, sharks and gators. Taylor Swift's wedding. Oh my gosh. Everybody's turning on Taylor Swift, and I kind of agree with the sentiment that, out of all the places, she could have had her wedding anywhere. But she chooses a holiday weekend in the biggest city, most busiest city in New York, at Madison Square Garden, blocking off streets, inconveniencing people, and the restaurants. There was restaurants that said they didn't get any business the whole weekend because they cut off certain streets, so they didn't let people walk through, so their business was harmed. And I think the Empire State Building gave her something. The lights were blue for her, something blue. I don't know if that was her doing or the city's doing, so I don't know if she's to blame for that. But it just felt it did feel a little narcissistic. I'm not going to lie. It's just out of all the places, why inconvenience people and the restaurants and stuff around the area? It seemed like annoying, and I think it's tacky to have your wedding at an arena. I don't know. It's just a weird choice with all the land she has, in Rhode Island. Anywhere else, she could have had a private thing going on anywhere else, but she chose the most inconvenient spot and city. So there's no photos. Everyone's circulating AI stuff, which is annoying. I hate AI. Can I just tell you how much I don't? It's only good for fun, creative stuff. But other than that, it's annoying as hell. I just find it very annoying. I even heard there's companies like Amazon that they fired workers and rehired them because it's too expensive to keep up the AI part, and it takes up too much energy and all the other stuff. And good, because I want it out of here. I'm over it. I'm over the self-checkouts. I'm over technology is annoying. I don't want to be looking at my phone 24/7. I don't like that world. Take me back to the 90s. Take me back to the 90s. I don't want all that. Anyways, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they weren't invited to Taylor Swift's wedding. They were seen in upstate New York visiting their family. So that's interesting. That means they're truly not friends anymore. Or Blake Lively's not going to opt out of her wedding just not to make a spectacle. So yeah, they're not friends anymore. Oh well. Blake deserves it. She's annoying. I used to really like her and her movies and stuff, but turns out she's a nightmare. I binge watched a few things this weekend. Well, no, I binge watched one thing. I'm caught up on Cape Fear on Apple. It's a really good show. The first episode was a little slow, as that happens with a lot of series, but it's based off the old movie Cape Fear with Robert De Niro, and it's a new story. They didn't remake the same story, which I like. They made a new family, a new premise. It's the same kind of base. Somebody is wrongly accused of something, or they think they are. They go to jail, and he comes out and terrorizes the family and the lawyer that put him in there. This one has a little more twist to the original, and it's Javier Bardem plays the guy that comes out of jail, and Amy Adams is one of the lawyers with her husband lawyer, and it's in Savannah, so they have like that nice Savannah accent, and it's eerie, and it's really good. It comes out every Friday on Apple. And then on Prime TV, there's a new movie, The Jack Ryan Ghost War. Love that series, and I'm watching that. I haven't finished yet. And then I was listening to Giggly Squad, and they were talking about watching America's Sweethearts, which is the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader documentary. It's a continuation, because they had the show before. It was called something else, The Making of, or something like that, of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, which I used to watch long ago. And then now they have a new Netflix series called America's Sweetheart, and there's 3 seasons. I started season 1. It's a little boring. I kind of fast forward through a lot of it because it's a little slow, just the girls talking and auditioning. It's like, okay, boring. But it is fun to watch, and there were some really good dances that I saw, some really talented girls. One girl, she was a nurse. She worked from like 4 o'clock to 6 in the morning, and then went to rehearsal till like 12, and then slept. And her reasoning is it's only a few years out of her life. She's never going to get this experience again, and that's good for her. A lot of people, I don't know how you could keep up a schedule like that, but I guess when you're young, I remember when I was young, I could do anything. I was pregnant at 19. I went to school at 5 in the morning. I went to work all day. I would go out at night, pick up the baby, and I didn't even, the guy like was a deadbeat, so I didn't have help. I had a babysitter. I did all the things, and I didn't even bat an eye. I wasn't tired. I had all the energy in the world. I would love to feel like that again. When you're 20, you could do anything. I swear. The people, not kids these days. Kids these days, they're going to sleep at 9 o'clock at night. They're always tired and depressed. I don't know what's going on, but we didn't have that back in the 90s. It was go, go, go. Everybody was like, great. It's probably phone fatigue too. I think our eyes, from looking at the phone so much, for the younger generation, it's killing their vibe. Looking at the phone too much. I swear to God, if you look at my phone and you look at my phone, the hours I spend on my phone, most of it, I look at articles and I'll scroll TikTok for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I get really bored quick. I look at all the cute dog stuff and any juicy news, but I don't doom scroll for more than 5 or 10 minutes when I have a minute. And I'm not dying to do it either. I think it's really, you could catch up with things and not have to be on there all day, but I'm on my phone a lot. But what am I doing? I'm playing solitaire and mahjong on my phone. I love to play solitaire and mahjong while I watch a show. I don't know. I just like to play those games, but that's what I'm doing most of the time on my phone. I'm not doom scrolling. I think the kids these days, that has a lot to do with why they're so tired, the screen time. But yeah, speaking of America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, I heard them talking about on Giggly Squad, but Giggly Squad, I'm sure you don't live under a rock, or you know that Hannah Berner got masseter Botox, and it's the comedy of the century. It is so funny. She got masseter Botox, and I think they overfilled her. She said they got like 60 units on each side, which is overkill. I think everybody in I don't get Botox, but everyone in the comments was saying that it should be maximum 20 on each side. But they hit a nerve, or they hit something they shouldn't have, and she can't smile, and she looks funny, and I don't know how she's on camera like that. I would die. It's really funny. If you go to their Instagram page, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the Giggly Squad Instagram page and look at their last few videos. It's very funny how she cannot move her face. I wonder if she's going to get Botox after this. I imagine she'll not want to because of the fear of it happening again. Because, I mean, even skilled injectors, that can happen to anybody. It can happen at any beginning. I mean, look at the guy from Estee Lauder. That guy, Kendall Asher, he was I don't know if he was the owner, the head guy at Estee Lauder. He died of getting filler. He put filler in his smile lines and his forehead, and apparently filler can go into your bloodstream, your arteries, something. It blocks off, I guess, the flow, and he died. So tell me, and the comments were so funny. They're like, I guess Estee Lauder products don't work. And that's why he needed to get that stuff. But it's no joke. I mean, any of these things, people act like it's harmless. There are risks, and you shouldn't get filler ever. I'm sorry. I think the only safe place to get filler is probably your lips, because it's already like a cushiony thing, and it's not in your skin that it can literally get into your arteries and bloodstream. I'm assuming the lips it seems to me logically that it's the safest, but just stay away from it. Why even take the risk? I don't get it. Even people on GLP-1s, if you're gonna do a GLP-1, stay on the microdose. Just stay on the microdose. Forget the fast turnaround. It's gonna help you somewhat. Just stay on the microdose and like work hard and like build your life with patterns. Don't risk it by going up and then maybe having to get your gallbladder out or whatever it does to you. All these horror stories you hear. People just really need to kind of gauge the risk and kind of do risk averse actions, because I don't know, the Botox thing, I mean, Paige is lucky that didn't happen to, her upper face, because when she couldn't move her chin or whatever, she hated it. But imagine your eye being closed. I mean, you see that all the time on TikTok. One eye's closed. That you can't walk around with. So yeah, so that was so funny. Go to Giggly Squad and watch the videos. It's the best comedy ever. It's so funny. And she's going to be like that for 4 to 6 months until it wears off, which is wild. She's lucky she didn't get like Botox poisoning, because if it gets into your bloodstream, I think there's, what do they call that? Like a counter effect thing that's locked up under lock and key. And why is this the system? I don't know. But if you get like Botox poisoning, you're in bad shape. Like you're going to suffer for the rest of your life, and you have to go, I don't even know I don't know if they can reverse it. I don't know what they do, but there's a serum or something that it's like the remedy for it, but it's very hard to get access to, which is bizarre because everybody uses Botox. So that should be readily available. Oh, another thing. So the one thing I did binge watch on HBO, because I'm trying to catch up on, what's that called? House of Dragons. I'm trying to catch up on that so I can watch season 3. I'm on season 2. I fell off like a while back and I never finished it, so I'm going back to finish it. And then I saw that there's this People Investigate Surviving a Serial Killer series. There's 2 seasons. It was so good. I just let it keep going. I watched all 2 seasons. It's a good twist on true crime because it targets, every episode is about a serial killer, but it's about that one victim that survived. So it's a little different. They're not talking like in general terms. It's like targeted to the one person or the 3 people that survived that serial killer that killed 20 people. And you're seeing it through their eyes and their experience. And it's really interesting. I really liked it. It was very interesting. If you're into true crime, I would go watch that because I really liked it. It was not boring whatsoever. It was one person, 2 people, 3 people, in some cases, that survived this one serial killer, and they had no idea he was a serial killer, or they dated him and then they broke up and they find out like later he was a serial killer. So it was really good. I really enjoyed that. I watched it all weekend. I loved it. So Amanda Batula is leaving Summer House. I'm not shocked. I think they probably started filming now. The weekend of 4th of July is when they start to film. What is she going to do there? Uncomfortable much? And she's not going to want to sit there and just be treated weird. So she's not there. And then Wes Wilson's not there. So the new cast is really, it sounds like a flop. A lot of people aren't coming back that were there, the newbies. And I don't know. It's going to be Kyle, Carl, Lindsay in and out, Sierra when she's done with Love Island, which I just watched the After Sun, and she's doing really good. I'm enjoying Sierra on the After Sun. They're kind of changing up the format a little, like showing them call the first people. They never did that before. Who are they calling first? And it's kind of fun. I've never enjoyed After Sun before. I've never watched it. It was so boring. I had no interest, and now I like it. So yeah, Summer House seems like it's not going to be great. I don't know who they're bringing in, but it's not going to be great. Kyle will probably bring Sally down, maybe, because he's currently dating Sally from Southern Charm. So I'm sure he'll bring her down for a weekend or something. I don't enjoy Sally. Have no interest in watching. So I just don't think it's going to be a good show. Carl doesn't drink. Carl doesn't date. Lindsay doesn't date. All she does is bitch at men. I don't see it being a good show, depending on who else they bring in. I don't know. In the city is where it's at right now. I love that show. It's very comforting to me. I'm very interested in everybody, and Wes will probably end up on there with Amanda. Carl needs to join too. I don't know why he's not on it. And yeah, so good for Amanda for getting off that toxic train. It's probably not great for her mental health. Emily Kaiser, she's a big influencer. If you don't know who she is an influencer. She was married. She had a little toddler son, and I think was she pregnant when this happened? Okay, I think she was pregnant or she had a newborn. She left to do some errands, and she left her husband home with the newborn and the toddler. If I'm not mistaken, the newborn was already there. I'm not sure if she was pregnant or the newborn was already there. But the little boy went out to the back and drowned in the pool under his dad's care. And it was such a horrifying, sad story. I didn't know who Emily Kaiser was until this happened, and it was all over the news. It's so interesting to see how people deal with things, how they react, how they process loss. She stayed with her husband. Obviously, we don't know the ins and outs, but she got back on social media pretty quickly. I want to say, I don't know, a little over a year. I don't know if it was 2 years. Just kind of quick, in my opinion. I obviously don't know what that feels like, but I would think I just would not want to get back on social media. And I don't know. She stayed with the husband, and now she's pregnant with her third child. I don't know. It's kind of quick. It's only been like a year or two. I don't know. I'm not judging her, but it's just maybe she's just longing to replace the loss, but I don't know. Maybe she blames herself because she's the one that didn't want the pool cover or gate or something because of aesthetics, and she doesn't fully blame her husband. But I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to watch. It's just like a crazy situation. But she's pregnant, and I guess she's doing as well as can be expected. Before I talk about Love Island, which I'm so sad, it's the finale week. It's over this coming Sunday. It's going to be gone. When Love Island USA ends, I'm going to go back and watch this season of Love Island UK because everyone's saying Love Island UK is really good. So I'm going to go watch that. But on the true crime front, George Pino, he is a South Florida developer broker that in 2022, I believe, he was out on a holiday weekend with his wife and his daughter. He took all his daughter's friends on the boat for her birthday. They went out, and on the way in, he hit a mile marker sign, whatever, pole in the water, and the boat capsized, and one person died, the daughter of a girl I went to high school with, and then the other girl is in a wheelchair and permanently disabled. And after all these years, he was on trial for, I think, secondary manslaughter. He was just found not guilty. So I think the night of the incident, he obviously is known because he was like kind of a big developer guy. And I think the cops not were bought, but I think he had influence and they didn't do their job. They didn't do a breathalyzer. They didn't do the proper investigate, like the proper crime scene stuff. And because of that, there was no proof that he was under the influence. And it was just hearsay. So I think that's why he was found not guilty. And I hate that. I hate that there's that why aren't there cops being sued? You have a job to do. This is your job. How do you not take a breath? How do you not do the stuff that you need to have evidence to know what actually happened? But anyways, he was found not guilty. The parents of the girl that died are, like I've said before, they've done everything to make positive out of the loss of their daughter, and it's so commendable. They've passed like a voting law, safety laws. They continue to put the word out on that. They don't like the verdict, but they respect the law and the jury and the process. So really nice, decent people, and they've done a really good job of taking a negative and turning it as positive as they can. So he's not guilty, and he's beside himself. Like, he was crying. I think he deserves to serve time. That's just my opinion, because whether it was a mistake or not, I mean, you're still responsible for the mistake. So that's just power and money for you. That's what happens. Another story which was so crazy. This Long Island music teacher rapes, strangles sister-in-law he lusted over for years with wife out of town. Oh, this is just like men. They need to start making a course in high school of how men should act and treat women. It's just, why are there so many sick men? A Long Island music teacher sexually assaulted and strangled his sister-in-law, whom he'd reportedly been lusting over for nearly a decade, while his wife was away on a bachelorette trip, according to police and prosecutors. Joseph Horner, 27, killed Victoria Castle, his wife's 25-year-old sister, at their shared North Oak Street home in North Massapequa, and then called the cops on himself around 8:45 a.m. on Monday. I think she had just graduated. It's just really disgusting. He was a music teacher in Oceanside School District, lived in the upstairs apartment of the multi-family house with his wife, and Castle lived in the ground floor unit. So they lived in the same building. The warped music teacher asked his in-law, a PhD student at Stony Brook, to help him move a piano. Then he attacked her from behind, placing her in a chokehold until she went limp, disrobed her, and raped her. After the brutal attack, Horner called 911 and waited for the cops to show up, immediately admitting to detectives that he had choked his sister-in-law and had sex with her. He was arrested for the homicide at the scene. So disgusting, but why did he have to kill her? Maybe she was fighting so hard. I mean, why did he have to kill her? Emergency services rushed Castle to the hospital, where she died less than an hour after the 911 call. Horner had a twisted fascination with his sister-in-law, whom he met at the same time he met his wife in 2016. Horner was charged with second-degree murder and is currently being held without bail. And he pleaded not guilty. I mean, really? He was placed on administrative leave from his teaching position. Well, okay, the administrative leave, why wasn't he fired? His family's devastated by the loss of their family member, as well as allegations against their son. What a sicko. I wonder if there were signs. I wonder if the sister-in-law was like, this guy creeps me out. I wonder if she told her sister. I wonder if the wife, the sister, knew, had any inkling of his obsession with her sister. It's really wild. This is a wild story. Just one day, just decides this is the day. And so, again, stupid ass men, stupid ass people. What did he think was going to happen? So he thinks this was worth losing the rest of his life, going to jail, taking someone else's life for sex? I mean, it's just crazy. And then there's this other story that caught my eye. Cheating pastor who pushed his wife off cliff had mistress next to him at memorial service. Oh, men. David Vandermeer, 49, was charged with murdering his wife, Bernadette Vandermeer, by pushing her off Angel's Landing in Zion National Park on June 22nd, 20 years after her death. Oh, he was charged 20 years after her death. So this happened 20 years ago. A friend of Bernadette tells people that she was shocked to see the woman David was having an affair with sitting next to him at his wife's memorial service. David died on June 25th, one day after he was found with self-inflicted wounds in his jail cell. So on top of everything, he can't even serve time for his crime. Over 600 people attended a memorial service for Bernadette Bandimere 6 days after she fell 1,200 feet to her death. Among those in attendance was Kathy Page, a former youth leader at Bernadette's church who had known her since she was 13. Unbeknownst to Bernadette's husband, David, Page had met with Bernadette a month before her death and told her she suspected David was having an affair. Page was especially shocked to see the woman Bernadette believed David was having an affair with sitting next to him at the memorial service less than a week after her death. Page tells people she still isn't certain whether Bernadette told her the mistress's name or whether she heard it from someone else, but she does know that she saw the same woman at the memorial service. I can't remember the connection, the bridge from her saying that David was having an affair to me learning the person's name, and how did I know that was her sitting next to him? Not next to him, like shoulder to shoulder, but on the same bench on the right behind him or something, but I knew who it was. This made Paige start to feel suspicious. I'm married to a cop and I always suspect that the spouse first. That's what they always do. And then when I saw the girl there, then I was like, I don't want to say something that I'm going to regret. Maybe he needs somebody to say something. Maybe he's hurting. I didn't see the anguish. I was in anguish at this funeral. We were sobbing. I didn't see that with him. And then your mind tries to justify and fill in the blanks. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I didn't like it. She says she briefly spoke to David before leaving and would see him just once more when he came to church a few years later. The next time she saw him, he was in the news when the U.S. Marshal in Las Vegas took David into custody in 2026. In June 2026, it was justice for Bernie, Paige says. Okay, well, another case, I mean, if I had $1, every time a man wants to not be with his wife anymore, he just killed her instead of divorcing her. It's just like, it just keeps happening over and over and over. All right, well, Love Island. It's the last week of Love Island USA season 8, and it's been a journey. It's been a beautiful ride. It's amazing. They all came back from Casa Amor. They did their challenge. Amora and what's his name? Carl were booted off but voted back in. So now they're all in the house, and Sincere is trying to be on his best behavior and calls Amora a big dog after they have a little talk. And I know everyone's making fun of him. They're like, how dare he call her a big dog? I think that was a good faith gesture on Sincere's part, however stupid it was, to kind of put the boundary that I'm not romantic with you anymore. I think that was his way of doing that. And that's just, he didn't know any better because he's a dumb boy. Corbin and Melanie have been circulating on my feed, and I'm starting to think they are the true untold love story. I think it just dawned on me. It's so true. When Corbin was paired up with Melanie, he looked hotter. He didn't talk stupid. He didn't say stupid things, and he looked like a man. And it's just like, it's so evident that he actually likes Melanie, because he didn't need to be all over her. He tried to respect her, even with Kenzie. He is different with Melanie, and I think if they gave it an actual chance, they could be the couple, and they're both hot. I mean, talk about hot. Parmita's not hot. Give me a break. Parmita is cheesy, and she talks funny. Melanie and Corbin together? Oh my gosh. I need this to happen. I need Melanie to see it. The way he defended her, the way he laughed at Casey's videos and all the other guys' videos, he did not laugh at Sincere's videos dissing Melanie. I don't know. I feel that could really be a thing. And he's hotter than Sincere. And you could tell he has it in him to be like genuine. I don't know. I'm really feeling it. I feel very strongly. Um, when when everyone came back from Casa Amor and they had that huge verbal fight before they made up and they removed Melanie from the couch, I need to see the unedited footage because we know she flipped off. I think her and um Trinity popped off because I think they removed both of them. And then yeah, Corbin and Parmita, I just there's no substance there, and like I said before, no one's gonna double date with them. Listening to them both talk is my version of waterboarding. Like it's just take me away from here. I can't take it. It's so bad. They both talk so stupid. I can't take it. But when he's with Melanie, he doesn't talk like that. So yeah. 4 people got kicked off, and then 5 people actually. Jen, Caleb, Jaden, Amora, and Gal are off the island. They were just on After Sun. Jen's family is so cute. She FaceTimed them, and her dad made fun of her. He's like, "We're gonna have to work on your English," because she said comp. How did she say? She said compromise wrong. Compromise. I think she said compromise. And then they said they liked Gabriel more than they thought they would, and they were ready to learn Portuguese. Now, Jen, I cannot wait. She needs to reconnect with Gabriel because they really did click and they should be a couple. Like, what are they doing? They need to get together right away. I can't wait to see that because Gabriel, you could tell he was really into her. She was really into him. I love this for them. Although she lives in LA, he lives in Miami, but you know, someone can move. And then Gal called his family and they were so funny. The sister was like, you look like such a loser, because that's how they talk. Like they were just, you know, ragging on him. But they said they were giving free coffee to everybody that was named Jen in Jen's honor, which was so funny at his coffee shop. I love that. I actually really love that. And Jaden called her family and they said that Caleb could be her +1 to a wedding they're going to, whatever. Why are Jaden's eyes always red? She has an eye problem, or the glue from those fake eyelashes is irritating her eyes. She needs to stop it because it looks really bad. It takes away from her shine. She should take off the fake lashes and get rid of those red eyes because they're really red. It looks like she has conjunctivitis every episode. And it got really bad when they did one of those challenges. Oof, her eyes were out of control. When Melanie was really mad at Sincere after movie night, she slept outside and the owl that was up there, I want to die. The cutest thing ever. They're so cute and everyone's like, that's a sign. That was like a spiritual sign comforting her. It was really cute owl. I was obsessed. Zach and Kata is like all upset because Zach didn't tell her the girl from Casa Amor was taken off the island, so he really had no choice to not bring her back. So, whatever, a little blip. But why aren't they closed off? If I was Kata, I'd be like, what's your deal? I mean, they're the only ones that have gone to the room to have sex and they don't close off, but the other people do. There's 2 couples in there and they're not one of them that are closed off. So that's weird. Bryce and Trinity are boyfriend girlfriend. Some people are saying they don't buy it. Some people are buying it. Do I think they're the new Nick and Alondria? I don't know. I kind of buy it because I feel like Trinity is genuine. Bryce, I wouldn't put it past him to play along, but I feel like at least on Trinity's side, I don't think she would do it just to get ahead on the show. So Trinity's like so cute and she seems like super genuine. So I think because of that, I'm going to say that it's a real couple. Nick and Alondra were never a real couple. They were forced together. And the people that believe that they're a couple even today is like ridiculous. They've never been a couple. And I don't know how long are they going to keep the charade up? Has she not dated other people that it's obvious that they're not together, and him too? Yeah, so I really want Corbin and Melanie to get together. Melanie and Sincere. I know Sincere's full of shit and everything, but I do think that whatever happened on movie night, I think it did wake him up in his pea brain to think, all right, this is not funny and this is not cool. Like, I've crossed the line so many times, and why am I doing this? I do think it woke something up in him. Not excusing his behavior, but I do think he finally understands why the frustration's there. And I really do think he likes Melanie, but I still don't think he's good enough for her. But I do think he's like woke up and he's gonna try better. So there's that, you know. Anaya, I can't with her. I don't like her. I don't know. Her energy's, I feel like she's bratty and annoying, and she's only being cool now to Casey and everything because she got what she wanted from Carl. I feel like if Carl wouldn't have come back, she would have been a raging bitch on wheels the entire time till the show ended or she got kicked off. I feel she's very selfish. I feel like she was super happy when Melanie was crying watching the videos of Sincere because she's like, misery loves company. So she enjoyed that it wasn't only happening to her, even if she didn't realize it. I don't know. There's something about her I don't like. I just don't like her. She's annoying. It's not like I don't like her. She's just annoying to me. Yeah, she's bratty. But what else happened on Love Island? Kenzie and Dylan. Kenzie got called out for her baloney. Oh my god, going back real quick, Corbin and Melanie. Corbin and Parmita, they're the only ones that voted for Melanie and Sincere to be voted off. And Parmita was pushing that idea. And why do you think that is? Is it a coincidence that Parmita wants Melanie off when I'm seeing Corbin and Melanie's true love underlying? She probably notices it too. I think Parmita notices Corbin has eyes for Melanie, and that's why she wanted to push the voting off of them and blamed it on the toxic relationship. Parmita doesn't give a shit that Sincere and Melanie are toxic, and she's not a health worker over here. Like, get out of here. I think that just furthers my point that Corbin is into Melanie. I need them to get together. So that was so interesting. Tell me, people, we got to get on this. Like, I hope the producers are seeing this. Maybe when they're off the show, they'll connect because, you know, they hang out after as friends and they do all this press stuff. Oh, I'm hoping that happens so bad. Kenzie and Dylan, are they going to last? I don't know. She probably likes them. I think Kenzie's just like, she's in her crazy hoe phase. She's feeling it out. You know, she could do splits with anybody. I don't know. She probably likes him enough to hang out. Maybe it grows into something deeper. I think Dylan's really awesome. I think he's a nice guy. He's cute. I would hold on to him if I were Kenzie. So I'm hoping Jen and Gabrielle get back together. And I'm hoping Corbin and Melanie get together. But Trinity and Bryce are probably going to win just because Trinity is like a favorite. She's so cute and kooky. But we'll see. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to download the Love Island app so I can vote. I haven't voted until now, but it's the last week, so I'm going to have to if that's the option. But yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you next week. We'll talk about Love Island finale and lots more. Be your best selves. Bye.